So one of the scripts that most of us are guilty of running probably a bit too frequently is the binge script. And it causes all kinds of problems, alcohol dependencies and overeating and all these kind of things. BINGE. The first step of this is the gatekeeping, which is to blockade, right? It's about blocking out the stress, blocking out the boredom. The next step is to insulate, insulating the autonomic nervous system so we enable ourselves to relax a little bit. And then the third step is to numb. What the brain tends to do is either avoid pain or seek gain. And of course, binging helps us to do both really easily because it feels like a gain, even though it's probably not in the long run, or it's definitely not in the long run. And it also serves to numb the pain. The bookkeeping part wants evidence of success in the world, and hedonistic pursuits, what they give us is this feeling. It tricks our neurochemistry, so it creates this short-term gratification that feels like success. This then tells the peacekeeping part of the brain that we managed to escape. So this gives us the illusion of success and creates a story of this, that this is working, that it helps us to relax, it helps us to escape. Right, so the antidote to the binge script and any kind of addictions or dependencies is the clean and sober script. First thing to do, step one, is challenge the story. The stories you tell yourself are the reason you drink or take drugs or do whatever it is you do. So even in the language you use, like when you say it's wine o'clock or I need a drink or takes the edge off, these are little narratives that tell you that that's what you're doing and make it feel okay. And the first thing you need to do is challenge that story. Right. Step two is limit the options. Right. If you haven't got booze in the house or if you haven't got access to something, it's going to make it harder. The easier something is to do, the easier it will be to just say yes to something and do it without thinking. The third thing is endure the burn, right? So if you go to the gym, you're going to expect to feel some pain. What you need to do is face the discomfort of whatever it is you're trying to escape. That's you pushing weights. That's going to the gym. The next step is accept the emotions. So rather than trying to escape or gratify the emotions, accept them, learn from them. What are your emotions telling you? And then the final part is negative reinforcement. When you wake up without a hangover, or when you have more money available because you haven't spent all your money, that's negative reinforcement. So that's the final part. So that's the clean and sober, which is the answer to binging, to dependencies, addictions, and so on. It's not easy, but that's the pattern you need to go through. That's what the Mindframe method is all about.